to find out today is how it's a bit more complicated than that, which it always is. And I think it's really wonderful. I mean, not being an experimental scientist myself, I have a kind of envy at the way in which science can continue to surprise us by this. People working away in labs, moving on understanding in ways. Hugo is a cognitive scientist at the French National Centre for Scientific Research. Hugo Mercier.
The world has changed. The economics of the world have changed, and the art market has come in behind that. Absolutely, and it is part of the reason why Christie's left Australia and no longer has an office here. And Sotheby, it's basically a branch or a foundation, for want of a better word, of Sotheby's International. So neither auction firm has a really permanent international existence in Australia because they are focusing their attention on the places they can make money, which is the Middle East, India, and Asia.
Dramatic changes in human life support systems took place in the modern world over the last 500 years. Human communities during this time period reached unprecedented sizes and growth rates. Global migrations introduced exotic plants, animals, developments, technologies and cultural beliefs throughout the world. The Industrial Revolution and its aftermath transformed economies on an unparalleled scale and intensity. Urban spaces exploded in number and size during the period, and large-scale social systems emerged that were tied together by networks of economic exchange, transport and communication.
We're going to have a short written assessment which will happen every fortnight. You will all be taken up into small groups, so feel free to ask any questions as I go along. And we'll also ask you to participate. So if you'd all like to open your books to page 1.
There have been various definitions of happiness throughout history and the history of philosophy. The ones which interest me are approaches to happiness that follow the Enlightenment, particularly in the work of Jeremy Bentham, for whom happiness was really a combination of physical feelings, pleasures as different combinations and aggregations of pleasure and pain occur over time. They generate these psychological experiences that Bentham called happiness. But underlying them for Bentham were physical triggers and dimensions.